One of the most important decisions I made when I created these sites over 12 years ago was really a no-brainer. I gave the handicappers complete control as to what they released on a daily basis. There is no edict that just because tonight is the opening night of the NFL season, they've got to have NFL plays. In fact, I'll talk about Anthony Red and Brian Rusika in just a moment. They, I believe, are the only two guys that have side selections on tonight's game. There's guys like Trace Adams, who believes the best bet tonight is in college football on an obscure game for sure, Arizona and University of Texas San Antonio. There's other guys like Jeff Benton and Scott Delaney who believe the best bet in the NFL game tonight is not the side, but it's a total. Now understand, I'm a capitalist. Nothing wrong with that. These handicappers are capitalists because they are vying for every single dollar that is out there that you, the customer, may want to spend on a game tonight. However, the difference between this site and any other site out there, two things. Well, three things. One, me. I'm running the damn things. Number two, I give the handicappers full control. And number three is, as I've told you before, 80-85% of you out there are wrapped up in long-term packages. And that really is the key. And that's why you will see handicappers taking a pass on tonight's Packers-Seahawks game, which could be one of the best games of the entire season. And it certainly fits the bill as being a marquee game because ultimately, as I've repeatedly said to you over the past decade, the key is not winning just today, winning just tomorrow. It's turning a profit long-term. And with some 85% of you out there on this site in long-term packages with one or more handicappers, that is why you see the handicappers going for what they feel is the best bet on the board. Now, again, it may have no interest for you out there. All you may care about is the Seahawks and Packers tonight, but that's also why there's 10 to 15 handicappers at every one of these sites that you're watching my video right now. It gives you a choice in the matter. But again, they're going for the win. I'm going for the win tonight. But I think the best bet is baseball again today, okay? Not this particular NFL game, which I'm going to break down for you completely and give you a free selection on. And I'm also going to break down your game between UTSA and Arizona as well and give you a free selection on that one. And FYI, as you know, the free picks after cashing in again last night, my free pick run, I've hit 7 out of 8. Including giving you a winner on Louisville on Monday night. And last night, of course, the Baltimore Orioles a winner. But let's talk about some of the handicappers here at the site and what they've got going here tonight. Anthony Red, who yesterday was one of the discounted coupon plays where you got his 50-dime total winner in baseball and the Mariners and A's under the number for just $7.77. Well, today, he's the better than half price off special. You save $60 off the regular price, and you get his NFL opening game of the year winner, number 10 out of 13. He is one of the charter members of this site. You got to love when the phone rings when you're doing a video report. He is one of the charter members of the site, and consequently what happens is that he has won this play 9 of the past 12 years. He's going for number 10 out of 13 tonight. It's your Seahawks-Packers side, and his last 60-dimer. Remember Saturday's college football opener? He gave you California in revenge, a 7.5 to 9.5 point road dog at Northwestern, and they won going away by a touchdown. This play matches that one, and it's bigger than last night's 50-dime baseball winner. You save $60 by using coupon code SAVE60. SAVE60. FYI, Brian Rusika, he is on the same side is A-Red here this evening, okay? The 777 triple play today, turning to Jeff Benton, you've gotten 20 discounted winners from him over the past 5 weeks. And the guy has certainly turned a profit, making $10 bettors over $17,290 since April. Tonight, 50-dime winner number 14 out of 19, the Packers-Seahawks over-under. You get it for $7.77 by using coupon code JEFF777. Now, in this particular case, Benton and Scott Delaney, who is also on a roll. They are on opposite sides of the total tonight. One has the over, one has the under. So as the season progresses, and I've been doing this for the past year or so, I tried to tell you, once again, some of the hot handicappers, if they're on the same side, to give you kind of a consensus or give you the opposite sides. Also, if you happen to be involved in a long-term package with one of those handicappers, well, now you know both of their picks. Again, this is not about making money. This is about realizing you don't have to spend big money to make that money. I just don't believe there's any other way to do it in this business. I just don't believe that some of these guys out there are charging hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars for plays. I just don't get it. I mean, again, The whole idea is to make money over the long term, and to do that, you've got to be able to save money in the process, okay? The $19 special, part number 1 today, turning to Trace Adams. He is what he likes to call the Thursday Night King. That's what he has given himself the crown, and what the hell? Normally a top-rated 1,000-star play is his best bet, but these raised the bar 1,500-star releases hit with Tulsa last Thursday, part of a 2-0 college sweep. 49-31 run with them over the past, going back to 2007 now, okay? Tonight, raised the bar 1,500-star winner, Arizona UTSA side. You get it for $19 and save $80 in the process by using coupon code TRACE19. And as for yours truly, I'm also a $19 special tonight. Listen, I'm going for winning day number 12 out of 15. I've got my baseball 4-run route of the month going. You got my 10-time winner in baseball on Labor Day on the Cardinals for $19. You got my $19 winner in college football on Saturday night on Baylor. Hell, I've had a play this strong each of the past 4 or 5 days, I think it is. AL19. AL19. That gets you my play for $19. So those are the various coupons. You can all check them out on the homepage. Let's talk about the damn game. Okay, a matter of fact, let me just look at our odds. Do you like our odds and scores, by the way? I've worked a hell of a lot, and we're going to make some more changes here. Let's see. Yeah, you're down to 5.5 in most places. This game could have been bet yesterday up to 6.5. Mostly moved to 6 last night, but now you're looking at a solid 5.5. Listen, guys, we all know the deal. Seattle, defending Super Bowl champions. Last we saw them kicking Peyton Manning's ass, 40-8, yada, yada, yada. Only 3 handicappers that fateful day in February were on the Seahawks, okay? It wasn't a great day for anybody, I think, in the gambling world. Everybody thought Peyton was the destiny child, and it certainly didn't turn out that way. You got a Seahawks team that is 17-1 straight up at CenturyLink Field over the past 2 years. You've got the fact that the defending Super Bowl champion, when they open the following season at home, has gone 8-2-2 against the spread in the last 12 such matchups. You've got a Packers team, though, that remembers their last trip to Seattle. Remember that game a couple of years ago, the final game of the replacement refs, that Monday night debacle where Seattle was given the win thanks to that ridiculous call? Yes, let's not challenge the integrity of the NFL, guys. No, we'll have replacement scab refs ruining the game for you. But we all forget about that because, remember, it's the integrity of the game, Okay, Packers have some problems here defensively, as they've had the last couple of years, losing their big nose tackle, Raji, out for the season with a torn triceps injury. That's certainly going to not help them stopping the run. But then again, look at it this way. They weren't exactly stopping the run the past couple of years either with him in the lineup, okay? So they've got a revamped defensive line that's going to be responsible for trying to contain Marshawn Lynch. Most importantly, they added to the pass rush Julius Peppers. Listen, I'm not telling you he has a lot left, but he certainly should be able to tie up one of the other offensive tackles and give balance on both sides of the line for the Packers pass rush, okay? And that's going to be so key to putting the rush on Russell Wilson here tonight. Because listen to this, Wilson was sacked 44 times last year, okay? Now, some of those were coverage sacks. Some of those were sacks where he just simply stayed in the pocket trying to make something happen, and, he got taken down. Here's the thing. His passer rating, when he was not under pressure, when he had a clean pocket, as they say, was 114.5 last year. But his passer rating when he was under pressure, 77.2. And won the Super Bowl, right? So I think the key is for the Packers, obviously, tonight to get the pass rush on Wilson. The other key for the Packers, of course, is they've got to be able to match points. They've got to give Aaron Rodgers protection. The Packers wide receivers have to be able to find some space against that tough Seattle secondary. The bottom line is I think this is a 3-point game either way. I just don't see this being a blowout by Seattle. Do I think the Packers can win? Probably not. But can I see this being a 24-23 game, a 24-20 game, a 21-17 game? Yeah, that's the way I think it's going to go. So even though the Seahawks are on a 9-4 run as a home favorite, even though blah, 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 the Packers only covered once in 5 tries as a dog last year, I think you got to grab the points with the Packers, and that's the way I would play it. Your other game, you've got Arizona -7 points against University of Texas San Antonio. Now, San Antonio last week, the only college game I lost last week, okay, hitting 3 out of 4, was when I backed Houston at home last Friday night in their home opener at their brand new stadium. And I mean, Texas San Antonio just totally dominated them. Sacked the quarterback 3 times, came up with 6 turnovers, including 3 picks. I mean, just a dominant defensive effort. And tonight they're going to be taking on an Arizona team that has a freshman quarterback in the helm in Solomon. Of course, let's also realize that Arizona last week at home, Rich Rod's offense rolled up 787 yards on a 58-13 rout of UNLV, and that freshman quarterback threw 4 touchdown passes and also accumulated 425 yards through the air. The team also ran for 353 yards last week. Okay, so I think that they are going to offer a much sterner test to the San Antonio defense, which is a veteran unit. I mean, this is a defense that returns, I think, 8 starters from last year, a senior-laden squad, 19 returning starters, 37 seniors on the roster, which I think is the most in Division 1A ball, or excuse me, FBS ball. So Arizona won last year 38-13 at home. Means nothing. 2 different teams you got playing here, okay? I think you got to lay the points with Arizona. I really do. I think Arizona is the better team just because they have their Pac-12 heritage. And Rich Rod knows that he's got to build some momentum here early in the season before getting in the conference play. Because although he has had some success in Tucson, it's not what they're banking on. It's not what they expected. They want more. Tonight's a stern test. I just don't think that Arizona's offense is going to be stopped as easily as Houston's offense was, because Houston last week was playing behind a rebuilt offensive line that afforded their quarterback absolutely no protection. I don't think that's going to be the case here this evening. At the same hand, it's not like UTSA was putting points on the board in bushels against Houston last week, and I don't think they're going to be able to do so tonight at home. A 7-point number is manageable. If this was 9.5, 10, 10.5, I'd be concerned. I'd probably go the other way or pass the game totally, but I do like Arizona minus the points in that one. So the Packers in Arizona, your freebies. Go forth, win money. Catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more.